Hey everyone, and how are you guys doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day so far. I hope you guys are great. I hope you had a wonderful holiday and Thanksgiving weekend. So we are kicking off our holiday not only with a new backdrop setting, but we also decided to do a little bit of a theme around this little collection with Kylie Cosmetics and the Wizard of Oz. So me and Toto are just sitting here just chilling out, wishing we were in a much more happier, more brighter place. So if you guys want to see a little bit more color in your life and you want to just see a little bit of a dive deep into this, a little bit more of this collection, then stick around and let's open up this palette together. Okay guys, so we are now in Oz and we are in color. So what do you guys think of the backdrop? Do you like the new backdrop? I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. I wanted to do a little bit of a fairy tale theme. I've just been really feeling like, I feel like we forget about what holidays are really all about. And I feel like when we were kids, we just enjoyed it so much more. And, it was the toys and everything. There's so many good memories with those and having an imagination and things like that. And I think as we get older, we forget about our imagination. So anyway, I just wanted to make this video a little bit more special, and I wanted to just kind of bring something to you guys that was a little bit different. And I know that maybe a little bit childish and maybe not adultish enough maybe, but I just wanted to have fun with it and to do something a little bit different. So I just thought this would be a little fun, with having my little Toto dog and my little basket and stuff like that. And I've got a little scarf I'll be putting on later just to kind of, when we finish out the look, if it works well with it, I'll be putting that on. But anyway, so let's dive into this palette. So this is what the box looks like that it come in. Of course, it has the poppy field. It has the Kylie and the Wizard of Oz. If you guys can kind of see it, it's a little hard to see because it's reflective. And then, then basically it has the shadows and stuff on the back of it. And then in the inside, it actually has Toto. You can see Toto is down in it, which I thought that was really cute. Very clever. I felt like she did a very good job with, as far as the visuals and everything of this collection. I thought she did a really good job with it. I think she does that really well. This is my first Kylie Cosmetics collection. I have not ever bought anything from Kylie other than, I think I bought maybe one or two of the skincare products, but I've never bought anything else that she has. So this is something new for me. So this is what the palette looks like. It looks like the same thing as the box, same thing with the names on the back of it. And they also have the names on the bottom of the shadows. But up here you have Dorothy and Tin Man and Scarecrow and Lion. And then we have here, we have all of the shadows. So you have like a neutrals here. Then you have a silver, you have blue, we have green, we have like a more of a gold color. Then we have a little bit more of a pinkish. This is more like a pinkish white color. Then we have a red color. And you have your blush, you have your highlighters. So you have like everything you need for holiday all in this one palette. So this is a holiday palette. Anything, we're going to be focusing more on the browns right here on the outer corner, the silver, the blue, and then this color here. So if you guys have colors that are similar to this and you want to follow along, you can. I'm going to be doing some swatches so you can definitely see it. The palette all together, as well as the highlighter and the blush together. So let's go ahead and dive into those two. And by the way, this palette was $45. They ran out of the bundle. I think there's a bundle though with the actual brushes. I also have the red slipper. I have the lipstick, and I also have the lip oil, which I have on now. It's like a lip transformative tint. As of this time, this is out of stock on Kylie Cosmetics on the website. But last time I looked, it was still on ULTA's. So if you're interested in this, I think it kind of went viral on TikTok, and I think it kind of became really popular. But it's like a really green, gooey, sour apple kind of a lip oil, but it kind of just gives your lips like this your lips but better. And I wanted to wear it for you guys. I've been wearing it nonstop. I love it. It feels really good on the lip. It's very hydrating. But it gives your lips like a little bit of a pink. Like it just gives like a little bit of a pink. It's nothing serious, but it's just really nice. And I've really been enjoying wearing this. So this is great. But we will be using the red slipper. And with the red slipper came with a ornament. So she did send an ornament with it. And there was a little ruby red slipper ornament. Where it went, I don't know. It's here somewhere. I just don't know where I did with it. But I did do it. But on the front of it, it does have the Kylie on the front of it and the Wizard of Oz. And then it has the packaging on it. But you guys, this lipstick, oh my God, look at that. Look how beautiful that red is. That is absolutely stunning. I can't wait to put this on my lips. And I also have a little I also got some off of Amazon, some red glitter. So I will probably be putting that over top of the lipstick to make it a little bit more fun. We also have a new Snow White mirror. So we have a new mirror. So we got that too. So we're going to have a good once upon a time type of deal thing going on here. Just a fun time today. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So anyway, so let's get into some swatches I go through. So this one is Glenda, the Good Witch. Ooh, she's so pretty. The Crystal Ball. Look how pretty that is. That's a beautiful, nice, soft matte. And then this one is Wicked Witch. It's a really pretty green one. Not a very good swatcher, guys, so just please forgive me. But that's the Wicked Witch. Really nice. This one is Dorothy. She is the blue shade. And she's like a blue shimmer. She got a little bit of a shimmer to her. Really beautiful. And then this one is called Wild Poppies. More of like a mustard type shade. And then we have the shade, this is this one is the Broomstick shade. That is really pretty too. Oops, sorry. I messed up a little bit of my Glenda in there with it. Glenda wanted to be with the broomstick. Look how pretty those are. Those are really pretty. But you can see the holiday theme involved with it. I know when you kind of look at the palette originally, it doesn't look like it would have a holiday theme to it, which I didn't think in the beginning, but it really does have a holiday theme to it. This is the shade I'm Melting. This is the shade Sweet. To get a little bit more, she's a very lighter shade. That's a pretty shade. It's a very neutral shade. This one is the Cowardly Lion. Ooh, that's pretty. That's a pretty shade. This one is Scarecrow. Ooh, Scarecrow's pretty too. These metallics are really pretty. They're really nice. This is Tin Man. I love how she's got like almost everybody that was a main character in here. Like she give them each one of their own names. And then the last one is the really dark brown, and it is called Toto. So Toto has even on his own shade. But that is all of these shades right there. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now we have this is the Yellow Brick Road. This is the highlighter. That's the highlighter that's in the palette. And this is the blush, and it's called The Wizard of Oz. And it's like a really pretty, like a peachy, strawberry kind of color to it. Really, really pretty. A little bit of the lip transformation. I've got it on my lip, but this is what it looks like. I don't have anything else on my lips. And the more you apply it, the more color you get. So this is giving you an idea of what it looks like on my lips without anything else on. So it'd be a nice little thing. And it does dry down to a stain, but it kind of stays a little bit moist. So it definitely feels more like a lip oil, but it's more of like a drier lip oil. I mean, it doesn't stay super glossy. It does dry into the lips, and it does leave more of a lip tint. But I've really been enjoying it, guys. I love this color. It just feels so good on the lips too. I hope she decides to keep this or she brings it back, but it's really good. But it is a really, really pretty color. So I really have been enjoying that. And then, of course, you know, then this will be putting that over top of it. So I'm really excited about that. Ulta is carrying, they're carrying this. They're not carrying the Ruby Slipper. The Ruby Slipper is only on the Kylie Cosmetic website. But the palette they're carrying these. And there's 3 lipsticks that are liquid lipsticks that came in a little box. They're carrying those on Ulta as well. Then there's a brush set. And that's about it. So that's about it. So I'm ready to dive into this palette, guys. So we are going to move in a little bit closer and we're going to get started. Okay, guys, we are ready for the tutorial. I just wanted to let you know, of course, obviously, I have my brows on. Obviously, I did do some of the Patrick Ta foundation with a little bit of primer in it. I don't remember which one I put underneath. I did a little bit of the Auric Glow underneath it. That's the one I did. And I also did just a little bit of powder, and I did a little bit of concealer, and I did some eyeshadow base. I did do a little bit of the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara, so I did do a little bit of that on my lashes just to have something on it so they wouldn't look so they wouldn't look so pale or so washed out, because I had to do some pre-filming before this. And I did come from work, so I'm a little tired, so my mind kind of like just goes in and out. Please forgive me. But I wanted to come home and get this video filmed so I'd have it up for you guys tomorrow. So anyway, we're ready to dive in. So I'm gonna make sure that I don't have, I think it creased a little bit. I didn't powder my P. Louise eyeshadow base. I did this in the 0 color, so it's like a white color, so we could get a really good of the pigment. So, and let's do Wild Poppy first. Let's do that one first. So, if you guys are not, I always take a little bit of my shade, and I kind of just show you just a little bit on my back of my hand here, so you can see it a little bit more up or close. Sorry again, I told you guys I'm never good at swatching. I always suck at swatching. I've never been a good swatcher. But this one's definitely more of like a mustard shadow. And I love me a mustard shadow. So we're going to do kind of neutrals and what we're going to do is kind of go neutral and build up the neutrals. And then we're going to go in with the blue on the lid. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Tin Man and over top of a little bit of Tin Man or a little bit of Glenda over top of Dorothy. And we're just going to make it look like that. And then we're going to do our little red slipper lip. And I'm so excited. I can't wait. So you guys will have to let me know down below how your holiday turned out. And if you guys had a really good one, if you enjoyed your family or not. Thank you guys for all the comments. I'm so sorry that I didn't make a sale video, but I did put up on my community page and asked you guys if you were interested. And a lot of you were not. You said you were very overwhelmed with sale videos, and I totally 100% agree with you on that one. I was very, 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 very overwhelmed with sale videos. Just seeing them, everybody post. And I mean, I know that that's a lot of people's jobs, and I totally get it. But it's just like when you're in retail and you see it all the time, on top of all the emails and stuff that you get from all of the vendors, and they send you, all of the things that are going on in their brands. I mean, it's just really, really hard. But I did, I don't even know if even any of my affiliated codes were even used, but I did make a big list on my community page. So if you guys ever want to use my affiliate codes from Amazon to Target to Lowe's to, Walmart, any of those, all my clothing stores, cosmetic stores, a lot of the things that I've got, because I have links for everything. But, but if you guys ever want to use those, definitely just look down on my community page, and all of them are posted there. And you can just click on those and just go there to it and just use those. The only code I had a little problem with was with Dior. For some reason on that day, they were just it was not responding very well. So, but usually you can get most of the Dior fragrances and stuff, in stores and stuff too. So, and sometimes get a little bit of a deal. But whereas on their site, they don't do that. But yeah, I just didn't want to do them. I totally agree with you guys. It was just a little bit overkill for me. I couldn't handle it either. But the day after wasn't really that bad. It was actually pretty good. It was, the customers and stuff were really nice. We're going to go into the shade, Broomstick now. And she's a little bit more of this really muted brown shade. It's almost like a mocha shade. And I'm going to go in here and like really start building that up here, right in here. But yeah, it's like, it was really, it was a very, busy day. It was very, very busy, but you know what? That was fun. I didn't mind it being busy. It's like, we had a couple, maybe one or two that was a little conflicting as far as customers go, but for the most part, most customers were pretty cool. They weren't, like super nasty or anything like that. So that was a good thing. And we were just busy, it was just a busy day from 6 a.m. all the way to like 9 p.m. So I was really tired when I came home, that is for sure. Thank goodness for leftovers from my aunt's on Thanksgiving, because that helped me get through the evening. But anyway, this is a really pretty shade. Really pretty neutral look so far. It's very pretty. They're blending really nicely. I don't see any problems with them. Again, I've never used Kylie shadows before, so I don't really have anything to compare them to. I don't have another palette that she's done to compare them to or whatever. I've heard her shadow palettes are hit or miss. So I don't know. So far, I'm not having a problem with them. They seem pretty cool. Let's go into the 03 Rephr brush, which is a really stiff little pencil brush. And we're going to dip into Toto, and Toto is a really, it's like a little bit more of a richer brown. And I'm going to go in and really kind of like carve out my crease a little more, because we will be doing lashes with this look, of course. We cannot do this look without lashes. You know what I'm saying? We have to have lashes. We have to give Dorothy some lashes. Dorothy has to have some lashes. So, not that I am anything like Dorothy, but you know what I'm saying. To me, and this is just me, and I'm sure that there will probably some really professional makeup artists would probably like criticize me doing this, but I just like to build up my crease a lot to really make it look more deeper, because I have such a smaller, I guess it's more of like a hooded eye, I guess. I've never really analyzed my eyes before, but they're just smaller eyes, so they're just more smaller to me. So I just like to really build it up a lot. So I just go in and just kind of like deepen it up a little bit more, so that way they just pop out a little bit more. And it just looks a little bit more, just gives me like a little bit more depth, so I just look like I have a little bit more of an eye. If you guys have not, one thing I would get on the bandwagon, I will say, is because Redford was doing a really good day after, or they were doing like a 50% off sale on their brushes, and their brushes are so good. Them and BK Beauty are my favorite brushes. If you guys are new to my channel, they are the ones that I use the most. I have a little bit of Sigma, and I have like some other ones that are just random ones that I've had, but I never used them much on the channel. I use them for just either just in a makeup kit or something like that. It's not anything I really use on my channel much. But once in a blue moon, I'll jump over and I'll use them. But for the most part, these are the ones that I really enjoy. All right, so now I'm going to take a little bit of Redford 14. I'm going to take a little bit of that, and we're going to go back into that Wild Poppy color. I'm going to take a little bit of that, and we're going to go back in here, and I'm just going to add just a little bit more. And you guys, can you believe I put on brows today? I did brows for you guys today. I never do brows. If you're new to my channel, I do not do brows very often. I used to do it I tried to be the YouTuber and tried to do it like every single day, every single time. I just cannot do brows every single time, because it just takes so long to do them, because when you don't have brows at all and you have to make them, and yes, they're probably not even perfect, and I don't even care. So it's like, just to say, if anybody doubted, oh my god, you have like lopsided brows, I would probably hear that. Like if I did a short, I'd definitely hear that on a short, because the people on a short, they will just let you know exactly how they feel. Where, you guys are more my subscribers. You don't really, it's like we all, I'm not perfect. I'm not this perfect makeup artist, whatever. I mean, I just like makeup, and I just like doing it. And come to say that, I just want to tell you guys that I really have been really thinking about my channel and what we want to do with it. And, and I've had some ideas from some other my friends that are actually, YouTubers as well, and they've kind of given me some ideas. But just to tell you guys, it's like I do a lot of this for fun. I mean, I eventually would like to probably do this for some, to have a little bit more, I guess, subscribers, and maybe make some money off of it or whatever. I mean, I just don't know when that would be, or when or if that would even be the case. I just want to let you guys know that I really do a lot of this because I love cosmetics and I love it. And, I spend this money out of my pocket when really I shouldn't. I probably should be doing something else with it. But if I spend any money on stuff, I do a lot of this for you guys because I just enjoy it. I just love makeup, and I just love doing tutorials, and I love doing things. I have a feeling, though, we're going to be spending a little bit less makeup and using some of the makeup that we have, especially the month of December. I've not really seen many collections or anything that I really want to do anything with anyway. So I'm just saying, I mean, we'll probably be doing a lot of stuff that we have, and, then we'll be going over lists and, like what was the best foundation and, best palettes and all that kind of stuff too, closer to the end of the year. So, I mean, just to keep that in mind, because I don't think I'm going to be doing like a ton of like brand new stuff videos, because I don't think there's going to be a lot coming out as far as the holidays go. And I mean, with working and everything, it just makes it really difficult for me. So it makes it harder. So I'm going to go under here with my little pencil brush, and I'm going to take I took Toto, the brown shade, and I'm going up underneath a little bit. I'm kind of taking it, we're kind of connecting Toto with up here that I did that, kind of taking it together and just kind of taking it. I'm surprised that my eyes have been very sensitive the last couple of days, so I'm surprised that I'm able to do this. Okay, so that's what we're looking like so far. By the way, not a lot of fallout, just a little bit with the browner shade, just a little bit. But so far the mattes, all of the mattes have been really working really well. So that's what we've been using so far. And it's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to take just a little bit of liner, a little bit of my, this is my Jaclyn black brown liner. And we're going to take a little bit of it and I'm going to run it just a little bit across the top here. Just to get more. And these liners, guys, if you never tried Jaclyn's liners, even if you're, again, if you're not a big fan of hers, these liners are really good. It's just really good lip liners too. Okay, guys, so I cleaned up a little bit up underneath just to give the line a little bit more smoothness. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with it a little bit later on. But anyway, we are ready to move on to the next shade. And I think what we're going to do is go ahead and do a little bit of the blue, because I want to put the blue right over here. So I'm going to reach over here and get a packing brush, and I'm going to spray a little bit of water on it. I'm going to take a little bit of setting mist and just set it with a little setting mist. And I'm going to dip into the shade Dorothy, and Dorothy is the blue shade. And we just really want to go in here and just really kind of carve that out a little bit right above the line here. And we have a little bit of darkness there. And I just want to put it right on the lid. Ooh, Dorothy's pretty, especially wet. Very pretty wet. Very pretty. That's very pretty wet. And right now, that's so pretty. It's pretty. It's not going to stay like that, but it's really pretty like that. And it does make a difference when you kind of use it wet. Different from when you use it. I mean, it's a pretty big shadow by itself, but when you wet it, it really does. It did make a difference. It did make a difference. So I'm going to clean this brush off and we're going to use it for the next shade. Okay, so now we're going to dip into the shade. This is the shade Tin Man. I'm going to take my reference brush in 16 and I'm going to press it all into the, a little bit into it and tap out. It's got a little bit of fallout. It's mostly the glitter. And we're just going to lightly press that over top of it. You know what? I think I'll use my finger for this one. Let's use our finger for this one. Oh yeah, much, much better. Oh, that's pretty. See how that just made it look so pretty? It just like really transformed it. It's still blue, but it's got that really pretty silver to it. That's gorgeous. That is so pretty. Ooh, I like that. That's a lot. What do you guys think of it? It's so pretty. You guys see how that lip tint, you see how the lip tint, it really, it dries and it like what it turns into. So I got stuff on my nose. But anyway, it looks really pretty. It looks really beautiful. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go off camera and we're going to put on some lashes and I'm going to be right back and we will go into the blush and highlighter. Okay, guys, so this is what we are looking like so far. So I took a little bit of the Sweet color. I took a little bit of her and I just blended over the shadow once I got my lashes on. And then I decided not to go over the Glenda because the Glenda, I didn't feel like it was working because it was a little bit more of a pink. And I wanted a little bit more blue. So I added a little bit more of the blue of the Dorothy color. And then I took Tin Man and I took the silver color and took over top of it and just blended it out. And it just turned out so pretty. But yeah, everything is looking really good. We haven't done the blush yet or the highlighter yet because I'm going to wait and do it with you guys. But I went ahead and lined my lips with my Maybelline Brick Red. I love this pencil. Run, Don't Walk. If you guys don't own these pencils, they are so good. And not only that, but they're like $7 or something, like usually at Ulta, or you can get them at Walmart or wherever, but they're so good. But anyway, so I did it, and I said it was just a little bit of powder over top of it, but we're going to go ahead and put on this beautiful lipstick color. I'm going to do some, we're going to do some sparkle over top of it. So I thought I would put this on and let you guys see what it looks like without the sparkle. So I thought we would go ahead and put it on. So again, just to show you guys again what the shade looks like on its own, how pretty that is. So I thought we'd just go in and just like apply it. Oh, look how pretty that is. That is so pretty. It feels great. You can definitely feel a little bit of the metallic in it. or the frost to it. You can feel it a little bit, for sure. Wow, that looks so good. That looks so pretty. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like when we actually put a little bit of glitter over it. It'll be so pretty. More of a, not a matte feel, but it's not really like super like hydrating or really like moist. It definitely feels a little bit more on the matte side, but it's got a little bit of a shine to it, but it's more metallic than anything, so it feels more metallic-y. But it feels comfortable on the lips so far so good. So we are going to just let this set for just a little bit. And we're going to go back into the palette and going to do the blush and the highlight. And then I will go off screen and do the glitter. So I'm going to take a little bit of my Rever brush. This is in 18. I'm going to take a little bit of it. And we're going to dust it in the actual, this is the blush color. It's called the Wizard of Oz. And we're going to take a little bit and we're going to add a little bit here on our cheek. And blend it up into our temple a little bit. Ooh, I like this. This is a pretty blush. How pretty this. I've heard a lot about Kylie's blushes. You guys have to leave me comments down below and let me know if you've used any of her blushes. But I've heard a lot of people say that they really enjoy her blushes a lot because they say they're very creamy. I've seen them a lot like on Instagram and, you know, on TikTok. I've seen a lot of the, some of the kids use them. And they really like it. There's certain ones that they really enjoy. But I've heard really good thing about her blushes, but never really tried it. But this one's really pretty. It's a beautiful shade. Okay, guys, so now we're gonna go into the Yellow Brick Road. We're gonna go into that shade. And she's the more of the goldy kind of highlighter. So I'm gonna tap off a little bit of the excess here. And we're gonna add just a little bit here. See how much glow she gives. It is pretty. It's very, oh, there we go. It's a little bit more, if you want to build it up to make it a little more blingy. Yeah, it's really pretty. It blends in really pretty, too. It's like a really pretty highlighter. What do you guys think? That's pretty. Do be careful with it, though. It will get a little bit, and it will get a little bit on top if you're not too careful. But I'm going to spray and we'll blend that in. So that's not a problem. I don't mind doing that. But that's really pretty. I'm going to take just a little bit more blush over top of that. And actually, I pulled out my Kevin Aucoin. I think I'm going to use it. This is the Kevin Aucoin, the glass skin. I'm going to take just a little bit of him because I'm going to, you know me, I like to be shiny. So I'm going to take just a little bit more over top of that gold and really just pat it right over it to give like a little bit more of a sheen there. And this has got a little bit of a, it's got a very emollient feel to it. So it just really helps to liven up any areas where you're just a little bit more dry looking. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna have the glitter on my lips, and then we will be ready to just finish this up. Okay, guys, so we are back. So what do you think? It is really beautiful. It turned out really pretty, and it looks really pretty with the glitter over top of it. I don't know if you guys can notice the glitter or not, but it's really, really pretty. Let me get a little closer. You see the glitter? You see the glitter on me? It's really beautiful. It's a beautiful red lipstick. This is a really pretty lipstick for the holiday. It doesn't feel dry. The glitter is making my lips feel a little drier now, but because we had to do a little bit of the glue before we do the glitter over top of it. But it is a really beautiful red lipstick. This would be a really good one to pick up. But this one's on the Kylie site, by the way. So if you like it, this would be on their site. Transformative. This is I'm addicted to. I'm afraid that I'm probably going to go through it and then she's not going to make it anymore. So that's just my luck. But I do really like it. It is really beautiful. So I'm continue using it. And you saw what it looked like, especially if you layer it. It does get a little bit more deeper. It gets a little bit more deeper as it goes on, especially if you keep layering and layering and layering. But it is a really beautiful, and I am going to enjoy that a lot. And then let's talk about the palette. So let me get a little bit closer. So these colors are just really beautiful. The blue blue and the silver look really beautiful together. So the mattes are really pretty. I thought they were pretty easy to work with. I didn't have a really problem with any patchiness or any problem with moving them with my brush. The Rephr brushes worked really good with them. It blended it in really super softly. I'd still, you know, of course I didn't get to use the green. I didn't get to use this or the Cowardly Lion or these two shades. I didn't get to use those. Glenda, you got to be careful with it. She's a little chunky and she's definitely more on the pink side. So when I originally had started with Glenda in the inner corners, I just felt like it was a little bit too pink, so I had to go back over it with the blue and a little bit more of the silver over it. But these colors here, they blended really, really well, and they're really good wet. I mean, they did a really good job wet, especially the metallics. I was really shocked with this blue. I thought this blue was going to be more transparent, and it actually had a lot more pigment in it than I hoped. Especially, and then also this tin shade here is a really beautiful silver shade, but it just turned out to be a really beautiful eye look. It's just really pretty. Even if you didn't want to do a lip like this, like, you know, because we're just following the Wizard of Oz theme here with the ruby slipper. But if you wanted to do something a little bit more muted or a little more of a soft rose pink, this would be really pretty. And I know that in the collection with her 3 lippies, she had a few, I think majority of them are nude. They're more of a nudish, more pink nudes. And they're liquid lip and they're supposed to be more longer wearing. So, I mean, yeah, that would be really pretty together. But these shadows are gorgeous, guys. I mean, I really love it. The blush is really beautiful. This is a really beautiful blush color. I love the way it kind of has a little bit of a glow to it, and it's really soft. It's like this really pretty, it's kind of like between a peach and a pink, and it's like, but it's really unique. It's kind of like a really cool color. I don't know what to call it. It's just a really beautiful color to me. And I love the highlighters. The highlighters are really nice. The highlighter went really nicely. I just added a little bit more to it, but it is a really beautiful shade. It's a little bit more on the gold side, so it just depends on your skin type and your tone on whether it would work well for you. If you were a darker skin tone, this would be better as like a shadow or as like an inner corner or something like that. I don't know if you'd be able to get by with it too much on your cheek, but but it would be really pretty as like, you know, on your lid or something like that. I really see that this palette is a good variety for all skin tones. The blush would be the only thing that I would say that may not work well for all skin tones. I mean, I think if you're up to like maybe a tan to maybe more of a caramel shade, I think the blush would be fine. But I think if you're a little darker than that, I think you would have a little bit of problems with it coming, you know, showing up more on you. But I think as far as the shadows go, I think the shadows have enough pigment in it to give you a little bit more pigmentation on even a more darker eye, especially the metallics. All the metallics would do a really good job. The darker shades would, and of course you can also use them wet as well. So all in all, guys, this palette is really super cute. It's really awesome. So me and Toto are getting ready to head out of here. We're getting ready to click our heels and head back home because, you know, there is no place like home. So anyway, we are so glad that you're here. You know, please leave comments down below. Let me know what you think of the backdrop. Let me know what you think of the look. Let me know what you think of the palette. Let me know what you think of Toto. All that good stuff down below because I would love to hear it. If you're new to my channel, we are so glad to have you here. Please make sure you subscribe while you're here if you like this kind of content, because I try to create videos as often as I can, you know, with work, but I try my best. But anyway, we would love to have you as part of our little family here, because here we are a little family and it's a very nice little positive bubble that we have, and I really do enjoy having it. So we would love to have you. If you didn't like the video, you know, I'm so sorry about that. You know, don't know what to tell you. You know, you just have to, just glad that you stayed and glad that you came. And, you know, anyway, with that said, guys, you know, be safe, be strong, be proud, stand tall, love yourself. Remember to tell somebody that you love them today, because life is way too short. And then also remember to be kind today to somebody, because kindness can go off a long way. And, you know, also bring a little joy in your life. You know, take some time out today. Read a children's book. Go back in time a little bit. Bring a little imagination back to your life. You know, have a little fun. You know, something that reminds you of your childhood, because our childhood, especially during the holidays, reminds us of good times usually, and things that have made us really happy. And sometimes a little inner moment, child moment, really can make a big difference. So anyway, take care, guys, and we will see you again in the next episode. Bye.